Progress doesn't have to require sweat and blood. Or if something does not require hard work from you, doesn't mean that it's not gonna yield you real results or any beautiful results in return. These are just some of the themes of this Virgo full moon that's gonna happen on the 24th of February, give and take a couple of days depending on where you are. But these themes are not here to torture us. They come with a caveat, and we're gonna discover what that is inside this video. Hello, welcome to this video. My name is Begüm. In this video series, what I'm doing is I share with you my intuitive messages of a given astrological event. Even though in every video we're focusing on a specific event, just like now we are focusing on a Virgo full moon, these videos are actually timeless. So anytime if you are finding yourself suffering with the Virgo themes like perfectionism or dealing with the details and losing the focus of the big picture, or being really harsh on yourself, or sometimes finding yourself being so serious with the life than it needs to be, then you can always come back to this video and listen to it again. So here is my first message for you for this Virgo full moon. Progress doesn't require sweat, blood, or hard work all the time, not necessarily. Whenever we have a astrological event in a specific sign, that astrological event, just like this full moon, takes the characteristic of that zodiac sign. And now we have this full moon in Virgo, and the Virgo is the biggest critic and the perfectionist of the zodiac sign, which is not a bad thing if we know how to use it in the best possible way. But when it goes to extreme, it might create some unsatisfaction because it never appreciates whatever it's done in our life. It always wants more. It always sees the missing part rather than seeing the big picture. Sometimes it gets in the details and doesn't appreciate the progress, but always sees what's more to come. So these are the themes that we're highly gonna deal within this Virgo full moon. So if these are you can recognize these tendencies in your life, which most probably you will in any area of your life, because we all here to learn a specific lesson. So some come here to learn a lesson in their friendship that, since young age they suffer from it. Some come here to learn some health lessons. Some, yearns to find real love, but somehow it doesn't work. Or some people, they work so hard but never get the enough pay they believe that they deserve. So on and so forth. So in one area of our life, there might be some inner critic within ourselves telling us that, oh, it's not enough, and even when you feel like it's some internal voice tells you that, oh, this is good, you come so far on this journey, there could be another voice coming in and saying that, yeah, but do you think it's enough? Because it was like so simple, it may not be real. You might be like fooling yourself, and so on and so forth. So this full moon is a beautiful time to really observe that inner critic and say no to it when we feel like it's going too much, it's going too far, or like crossing the boundary, because we are the operant power in our life no matter what. Not the inner critic, but our this silent voice within ourselves, this quiet, calm voice within ourselves. This is the real us, and that's actually the operant power in our life. So anything else that might come up so loudly within this full moon, just observe it and try to release it with bringing some actually like understanding, compassion, and also like, you know, pat on the shoulder. We really need to bring ourselves this pat on the shoulder on this full moon in Virgo, because sometimes revelations come out of nowhere while we're reading a book, and we might think that, you know, finishing off this book, taking notes, and then implementing into our life is the real, you know, goal here. Then I can consider it as like a success. Then I'm sure I will learn the lessons here. While some internal voice might be telling us that this is the real progress, this would be the real success here. However, the real the breakthrough might come while we're just reading one line, or when we put down the book and go do some like laundry. We might have this aha moments. It's almost like this, all of these like puzzle pieces put it, you know, come somehow like put into pieces, like, and give us the whole picture. Or, you know, you shake things and then they get into their holes without, by, you know, by kind. It looks like a chance, by chance, but there's no chance actually. Everything is everything aligns in you know, through synchronicities and so on and so forth. So if there are certain things in your life under this full moon that comes to you, big revelations, big like aha moments, or like, yes, I guess I kind of get it now. Oh, this, it feels different now. Or something like that, that your logical mind or your like critical perfectionist, like inner talking, jumps and says that no, just don't fool yourself. Get to the bottom of it. Look for the, you know, behind it. Try to see the behind the veil. But just try to ease that voice and really tune into this feeling space that says like, oh, something clicks in a different way this time, because it is. Remember that not all progress come you know, while we're like really onto it, like working hard, giving our hundreds. Yes, these are required, but sometimes letting it be, put the like the finishing touch of those of these like progresses and bring it into culmination in a beautiful way. And then we say that, oh, now this is the real embodiment. You know, like in manifesting process, like embodiment is like very crucial, because bringing the feelings and feeling the feeling space of the things that we want to manifest is very crucial. So this last bit of embodiment, where there will be no turning back once we get to that point, might really happen for you in a small moments, where you don't have to push, where you don't need to work hard, where you don't like, you know, go crazy thinking about it day and night, and they are still valuable, and that is still a progress, that is still a success for you. Please try to see it and acknowledge it this full moon. My second message for you for this full moon is, you are still worthy of your desires, even in the midst of imperfection. There is a huge misconception in the manifesting world that people think that in order to manifest your desires, you need to be up high and hype all the time. But that's not correct. Yes, it is better. It will always give us a higher chance to manifest our desires more quickly and hustle-free if we are vibrating on higher levels and allow our natural set point to rise above those higher frequencies. But there's a caveat here, because it is valuable when it happens without forcing it, because forcing it implies that we cannot get there. It's not our natural set point, it's not natural to us. And when it is not really like natural to us, it's not embodied, it's not what we really feel to be true for ourselves, it will be not easy for us to manifest what we really want, because we can't fake and we can't fool the universe actually. So being high majority of the time on high frequencies is good and is needed, but it doesn't have to be all the time. So that comes to what I just said in the beginning. If we are still deserving of our desires, even we feel like we're not perfect. That doesn't, when we fall from feeling good, happy, when we fall from that state, that doesn't mean that we're losing something, or that doesn't mean that we're gonna start from scratch. We can still, what we have done and all the progress we have done still counts. Because if you might have also realized that the more you get into the groove of this, like feeling low sometimes and then going high, like this flow of life, and if you get used to it, and if you really accept the fact that nothing's gonna get you out of your path of where you want to go, nothing's gonna get you like out of your path of like manifesting your desires, and the highs and lows in life is just the way how life works, and how it gives us the clues of where we are needing to put more attention in order to manifest our desires, then everything will be so easy from that point of view. And then when we fall back, we're not gonna beat up on ourselves and think that, okay, you're such a fool, you're not gonna get to anywhere, oh, you have to start from scratch, oh, everything gone wasted, all the efforts for nothing. So all these like negative self-talk and this downward spiral come to a surface and come to a head during this full moon. But we need to be aware of it and realize that anytime when we get to a new level, the level below that new level will come and kind of test us. It's not like real testing. Universe doesn't need to test us, but it's kind of like comes back at us just to see if this new level, whether it's natural for us or not, whether is there ever more work for us to do to get into, get stronger in that newfound frequency or not. Because when we get to this, when we make a state natural, then it becomes like our feelings that we naturally feel. And when we get so comfortable in it, and we really embody it and we really feel it, we really feel those feelings to be true for ourselves, and then we emit that frequency, and then we attract the similar frequencies into our life. So that's why actually life helps us, give us like some circumstances, events, whatever, from the lower levels when we get to a new level, just to see what kind of work that we need to do in order to be like stronger here in that new found frequency. So this full moon is a wonderful time for you to see what kind of real work that you need to do in your circumstances to get to stay there like stronger, and see all these like details that may be unseen before, now they're seen, and then you can also like work on those details as well. Maybe there were like some overlooked details in your circumstances and in your path to where you want to go in your manifestations. So it's a beautiful time to use that Virgo energy to see this critical lens or detailed lens of, okay, oh, now I see why this repeating pattern is here, because this is obviously where I want to go, but this repeating pattern is here, and it's just a message for me to get myself solid in this new levels, so that it's just a stepping stone to the other levels that I am looking forward to. My fourth intuitive message for you under this full moon is: bear with these heavy feelings and thoughts, and wait a little bit before you jump to your gun. And also allow yourself some time to let everything kind of sink in. This is important because full moons are times that the heavy emotions or stuff or thoughts, whatever, may arise and may come to the surface. And it is a delicate art, actually, to treat those moments with patience before we jump right onto our guns and try to wrestle the issue to the ground and then try to kill it and find the answers to the questions. And sometimes we really need to sit with these painful emotions, knowing that they're gonna gone, but without us meeting them and looking at them face to face, we will never be able to receive the gems and the lessons and the goods that they have to bring. They are here to bring us. So it's a beautiful time for us to push back those Virgo tendencies a little bit back burner, and then stay with those feelings of any feelings maybe that are coming to a head, because every full moon brings certain issues to a head in any area of our lives, depending on your birth chart. So for this one, I believe that controlling things, trying to control the things, trying to control the outcomes, or trying to find immediate answers to certain questions, or trying to really see the results immediately that we have just recently initiated, because we've just finished the Aquarius season, and the Aquarius season brought lots of new ideas, new things, new initiatives. So let's just be patient, not to demand the outside world, people in our life, circumstances, the mirror basically, to reflect it back to us immediately, but just rather really allow it to sink in and bring this healthy Virgo objective details. What should I do? What should I fix on the 3D world circumstances? Try to put the finishing touches, but do not demand things to change overnight, and do not try to force it and push it, or stop asking what should I do more, what should I do more, but just really allow it, anything that needs to be done to pop up and then bring their lessons to us. And just believe that if there's anything that you need to do more, it will be apparent to you, but try not to force it to come to you in your timing, but just let it flow a little bit, because we're not in the Aquarius season anymore. We just finished it, and now we're in the Pisces season. The Pisces is the most worry sign of the zodiac, and it's deeply connected with our intuition, and it's deeply connected with higher realms, our higher minds and all. So it might be hard to manage this huge contrast, the Virgo. Even though Virgo has this really intuitive side to it, it's very ruled by the Mercury, and it's very intellectual as well. So try to really find a balance between your Virgo very critical and very detailed, almost sharp tendencies to find the flaws in certain things, and the watery side of the intuitive side of the Pisces season, and really get the most of it, and get the juices out of it. My last but not least point, the last point for this full moon is getting ready for the spring, getting ready for bigger and better things to come and make space. All right, so that this full moon is the last full moon of the winter. The next one, it's gonna be springtime, late March, and so we're getting ready for a spring actually, and we cannot carry the heavy stuff from the winter time. And also, like, every full moon culminates this past 6 months, so we cannot carry certain things into our next level, into our next stage. It could be anything. It could be like a belief system. It could be like a thought pattern, like keeps repeating, negative self-talk. It could be certain circumstances that doesn't align with your life. It could be even a living space that you may not want to be in. But these changes doesn't have to come like so abruptly, but you may get the glimpses of it. You may realize that, you might like repeat certain things and like certain events or like certain circumstances just keep repeating in your life. And that's a very good time for you to really see it from a different light, and then not to give them much attention that they really require, and not take them like so seriously than they really need actually. Because as we said, you have done the work. You have done what you need to do. What you really need to focus on at this moment is to your target and where you want to go. And the more you tune into that next level, more you channel your energy to the next level, the more you will get rid of everything that's trying to kind of like hold you back, be it like, repeating patterns, be it like old places and circumstances or situations. So our main point should be to really try to find this connection and establish this connection with our new version, with the new life that we want to go, with this new level that we really want to get. And don't give much attention to those like repeating patterns anymore. Like, of course, acknowledge them, see them, but know that I guess you have done enough work on it already. Like last year was like so heavy, and since the beginning of this year it was Aquarius season, and we've bring all these like new ideas, new creative solutions to everything in our life, and we've done the work. The embodiment will follow, and the actions will come slowly, and the Virgo is a very like good like sign to like spot which actions that needs to be taken. However, at this moment, what we really need is like to give much of our attention to where we want to go, rather than what needs to be done anymore, but just to like, there is no good how good it can get. And the Pisces season now we're in is a beautiful time to like daydream as well, to think about how good it can get, and so on and so forth. So give, let's say, 80% of your energy what might go right, and then maybe 20% like, okay, what might go wrong? What am I losing here if everything goes like according to the worst case scenario? But really try to tune in your frequency to 80% majority of the time. If you can like even like go higher, the better. What you really want, what is this new version of you, what is this new level requires from you. And just focus on your energy. And you would remember from my past video from the Aquarius new moon that try to establish this connection from your solar plexus, from your solar plexus to the version of you who's living that reality and their solar plexus, and then receive the information, the knowledge that you need to know in your current circumstances in order to get there. And try to establish this connection, try to feel that connection as much as you can, 80% of the time, the majority of the time, under this full moon. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, I hope this intuitive video really helps you in your journey. If you want to establish more closer connection with your intuition and your inner self, you can check my free book list that I put together. There are 33 books in this book list that I believe they're like life-changing and will help you cultivate this connection with yourself. And you can check this out, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Until then.